Jane recounted so much horror, so much that this is my third video today about his ex-girlfriend's testimony. Watch those to be caught up. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your #1 source for everything Diddy drama. We are wrapping up this week in the federal trial against the disgraced music mogul, where he is facing charges of trafficking, racketeering, and prostitution. Pimpin'. Let us resume where we left off earlier with his ex, Jane, testifying. Jane earlier today shared that she would always be high during these hotel nights with Diddy, but she did not want the escorts to use drugs. Quote, "I didn't know how they would be on my body. I didn't want them to be out of control while they were with me." She didn't even want to be with the escorts. That was him, all him. Jane testified that sometimes these entertainers were well-known stars of adult films. Diddy is definitely not straight, for sure. Watch the video I posted just before this one about the spooge, the male love juice. Jane testified also today that Diddy would have her ask these male porn stars for to the rated photos of them. On many occasions, Jane said, Diddy asked her to have these two porn stars they would frequently hire, Sly and Antoine, send them pictures of their genitals. "He wanted me to ask for nudes," Jane told the jury. "He would say, get them to send you something or FaceTime them," and so they would. Then some of these images were submitted into evidence. The jury saw them, but not the press. Why does Diddy want pictures of these guys' junk? Why does he even want nude photos of them? Gay-ish, pretty gay. A lot gay, right? Jane said that she would often initiate contact herself with these men on IG. Then she would open up the conversation to getting freaky. Jane revealed that the frequency of their hotel nights, aka freakoffs, became much less after the authorities began investigating him. But they still continued, just less. And she says that in 2024, the freakoffs were no longer at hotels, so they weren't hotel nights. They were just at his home in Miami. And the last freak-off she had with him was in August of 2024. Jane said that she never saw any of these entertainers without Diddy there. Jane recounted an incident during a hotel night in 2021 where she was repulsed by one of the men. He was, quote, sweaty, smelly, and didn't look nice. I just remember I was hesitant. This incident happened at the Hermitage Hotel in Los Angeles. That's such a fancy hotel where they were getting ratchet. But Jane said, I tried to make it work. I tried to kind of seduce him with my body and, I don't know, make some sort of attraction happen. But he was so sweaty that she was trying to give Diddy looks to show she wasn't feeling this. Like all of the other times, she was wearing the uniform that he liked of very high stripper heels and lingerie. She repeatedly told Diddy that she did not want to perform oral on this sweaty, nasty guy. So then he had sexy time with Jane, and eventually dismissed the man. A similar incident happened in 2023, Jane said, when she was repulsed by a man Diddy invited to a hotel night. She talked to him in a separate room and told Diddy that she was not attracted to him, to which Combs asked, "Are you sure?" Jane said she again tried to make it work before letting Diddy know that she can't do it. Quote, his demeanor was agitated, but he said, "Okay, all right," adding that another entertainer came after that one left. Bam, bam. I still can't get over the fact that he was having these freak-offs even after the feds raided his home. He was arrested in September of 2024. The raids happened in March of 2024. And after March, multiple freak-offs with Jane. He couldn't stop getting freaky. In an incident very similar to what Cassie testified, Jane told the court today how Diddy once ruined her birthday. Jane said that Diddy brought her to have sex with S-workers on her birthday in 2023, even though she was hoping for alone time with him. Jane said she was not interested in having her birthday be turned into just another hotel night for his fantasies. Jane told the jury she turned into something of a robot. Quote, I would just tune out and kind of get like in a zone. Jane said that Diddy's mood soured when she asked for a condom for the entertainer to use. Afterwards, he took her to another hotel suite where he was loving and gave her cake and flowers. But then, Jane said, another entertainer, escort, came into the room. When they were finished, Jane said a third man then came. It was, quote, just hours and hours of that. A very unhappy birthday for her. Jane testified that Diddy's assistants would usually book the travel for their entertainers. She recalled paying at least 2 men with cash from what she referred to as his cash drawer in the hotel rooms they used for their freak-offs. Prosecutors played a voice note that Diddy sent to Jane after she complained that he had been posting images on social media with another woman. Rude. But then again, Jane knew they weren't exclusive. She was monogamous, he was not. Diddy was heard saying in the voice note, quote, she asked me if she could work out with me. Last time, you're gonna be effing with me. I'm a human being. I'm not gonna lock me up in a room. I don't have a bunch of guy friends. She came over to work out. I'm not gonna be explaining. I can do whatever the F I want. I've told you one more time you do this, you're effing nuts. Be sad. Go crazy. Whatever the F you're gonna do. I'm effing working out. Okay. Jane said that from 2021 to 2023, their hotel nights would regularly be weekly and maybe sometimes bi-weekly. And much more from Jane and her testimony. I will share that with you in a video coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that. But until then, let's discuss everything we've learned in this video right now in the comments section.